Welcome, ladies and gents. I'm Voidude, and Star Citizen 3.16.1 was released to Open PTU earlier this week. This patch basically just contains content that was omitted from the original 3.16, so it's a bit on the light side, but a potentially exciting feature is the new V1 of Derelicts spaceships. The patch notes for this new feature state, updates to the Derelicts spaceship missions to include more points of interest that will be scattered on planets. These Derelicts spaceships can now include newly added activities such as puzzles, trip mines, traversal problems, and hostile AI encounters, and may reward players handsomely for resolving the activity. These new Derelicts will include the first implementation of laser trip mines into the game, which players will encounter. These trip mines are explosives that use a beam of light that will detonate when someone or something comes into contact with the beam. Now, what's interesting is that they state here that you can be rewarded handsomely for exploring wrecks. This is something a lot of players want. Any new ways to make good money that does not need to involve combat would be awesome. So I tried out the patch and did some wreck hunting. I figured the best way would be by accepting the contracts that involved wrecks in their descriptions. It turns out the old wreck sites haven't been removed. It's the new derelict sites that have been sprinkled in between these missions, so you have a chance to stumble upon one eventually. I finally found one that contains some trip mines, but due to current server tech restrictions or some kind of desync, they don't seem to be detonating or able to damage you at the moment. There were some loot boxes at the sites I discovered, but nothing too crazy. These are comparable to many of the other lootable boxes throughout the game. But maybe there is a chance that something good can spawn at the new wrecks. Let me know in the comments if you've come across anything extraordinary. Earlier, when I tripped the mines that failed to detonate, I noticed that the cargo boxes moved, so I figured you could track to them. To my knowledge, no SCU crates of this size are interactable, so I thought maybe if you could get one of these large cargo boxes onto a ship and try to sell the contents, it might be worth it. When I arrived at Olisol though, the crates had despawned, which was pretty disappointing, as I had yet to find a so-called handsome reward for these wrecks. Ultimately, I think the purpose of locations like this will tie into strings of missions and become more dynamic as Quanta and other exciting features and tech for the game come online. For now though, they are what they are, and hopefully they get expanded upon and implemented in more meaningful ways. A big criticism of Star Citizen by many players and members of the community is that there's a lot more they could do to make the current game more enjoyable. More missions and locations to drive the populations of servers to engage and interact more. The events like Jumptown 2.0 and Xenothreat are great at this. These events, in my opinion, are the best gameplay Star Citizen has to offer. But these events are scheduled at the moment, and if they aren't running, there isn't as much exciting gameplay to be found. Don't get me wrong, I've thoroughly enjoyed 3.16 so far. It's stable, and if you enjoy doing bounties and the other contract missions, it can be great fun, but it could be better. I'll leave you with the rest of the footage of me exploring these new wrecks. Thanks for watching, leave a like and comment if you enjoy my content, and I'll see you around the verse. Cheers.